Slewfoot by Brom is one of my favorite books that I've read this year. Maybe one of my favorite books of all time. It's set in the 1600s at the height of witch accusations and men being horrible to women and everyone around them, i.e. putting them in the stocks for, like, having cleavage and not allowing them to own land or, speak publicly. Luckily, though, our head witch in charge, Apatha, finds herself in a precarious social standing when her husband passes away. So, recently widowed, she's on a journey to prove herself and protect her farmland from her horrendous brother-in-law, who's just a monster himself. The wilderness and all its wonders call to Apatha, and she finds herself in an unexpected friendship with an ancient spirit that seems to be the only person, or being, I guess, on Apatha's side. Is he a demon? Maybe. Is he a god? Maybe. Is he hot? Absolutely. This dark folktale is full of tragedy and feminine rage that will have you saying, hey, good for her. What's that saying? I support women's rights and women's wrongs, and that is this book. Read this book if you're looking for something that's dark and witchy, and join Apatha in her Reputation era, okay? This book also includes beautiful artwork by Brom, and it just brings the characters to life. Look at all of them. They're so spooky. It's so good. I love the inside of Brom's brain. It's gotta be a scary but very interesting place in there. Overall, I would give this 4.5 stars. The only reason, and maybe this is a controversial opinion, I don't know, I feel like I want to knock down a half a star because I don't love, personally, the way that he represented Indigenous characters in this book. I understand that it's set in the 1600s. I understand that the scenarios that are portrayed would have happened the way that they were portrayed. However, I feel like there were things in here that when I read them, it made me cringe. And if this book had been written in the 80s, I'd be like, wow, that didn't age well. Very uncomfortable. This book is not that old, and I'm sorry, but, like, I understand it's a historical fiction. I understand that in the 1600s, yes, Indigenous people were treated that way. However, it's a book about a girl doing witchcraft and making friends with demon people, so I think we could have maybe left that out, only because it didn't add anything to the story the way it was portrayed, and if it hadn't been in there, it wouldn't have taken anything away from the story. Again, I know that might be like maybe I'm being weird and I'm being sensitive about things that are not my place to be sensitive about. It took me out of it a little bit. Just my opinion. Please don't yell at me. I would love to know if other people have that same opinion, or if you have a different opinion. There were just some things that made me a little bit uncomfortable, okay?